you got to tell me that again. So the Knicks played last night. They played Indiana, and they lost. And they were up the entire game?
Yep, they went up. The game started. They were winning 8-2, and they were up by 4 to 6 throughout most of the game. It got a little bit closer, but mostly they were up. And I finally went to sleep with 8 minutes left.
Well, they weren't up a lot, a couple of points.
They were up 4 to 6 most of the game. I went to sleep. They were up by about 6, and then I just found out that Indiana scored the last 6 points of the game. Knicks didn't score any, and Indiana won by 4.
Well, do you know how they did it? Larry Johnson did an unnecessary hard foul.
Oh, flagrant foul?
Right, on Miller. Reggie Miller, one of the greatest free throw shooters. He hits 2. The Knicks had time. They then fouled Dale Davis. He missed 2. So they're still only down by 2 points.
But they didn't box out.
They forgot to rebound.
They didn't box out, Howard. You know what that means?
Yeah, they forgot to rebound the foul shot.
After the guy missed the foul
So they
shot.
got their own rebound.
Not only did he get his own rebound, he just walked right in with it and dunked it.
Wow.
Even worse, I don't know if you saw,
the Knicks are lazy.
At one point, they lost the ball because 2 of the Knicks were fighting over the same ball.
Oh,
But Howard, Ewing
and they lost it.
is out again.
Yeah, they ran his feet off. His feet are gone.
Yeah, you heard his feet. And it's funny because
Feet. I hate the word feet. Can we not use that word?
his Achilles.
It's funny to have a feet.
He hurt his Achilles tendon.
Yeah, well, that's nasty.
It's not that tendon. It's another tendon in his foot. It's the same injury that Hardaway had in Miami.
But this is the ironic thing, Howard.
The injury's in his head.
The ironic thing is that this is the same exact game against the same team at the same time last year that he got hurt last year.
Right.
Second game against Indiana.
Yeah, he can't take the pressure.
He's a veteran.
Childs got hurt at the end of the game, too.
What happened to him?
He like sprained his ankle or something.
Jeez. Well, then Allen Houston just got over a sprained ankle. Childs just got over the flu. Sprewell was icing his quadriceps during the game.
Well, in a way, I understand it because every time I ever play basketball, I'm completely injured afterwards. I jam most of my fingers.
Oh, God.
My ankles are always turned. It is a tough game. That's a tough game. It's a physical game, Robin. That's right. A physical game.
So now they're 2 down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I know.
But it's not all that bad because
sure it is.
Well, no, because they can.
Why no? They're coming back to the Garden. They could win too. But
it's not that uncommon. I mean, it really is.
It's typical Knicks to make you agonize.
Right. I think my prediction: the Knicks are not going to pull this off.
I don't think they're going to do it either.
I know. They can't come back because they're the Knicks.
They gave that game away, but they give every game away.
Right.
It's theirs to lose.
Because they were dominating the whole game.
They were dominating.
It's hard because you sit and watch it like, all right, they should win this, and then they blow it.
I had to turn it off because it was just too painful.
I saw them fighting over the same ball. 2 of the Knicks are fighting over the same ball, and they bobble it and give it to the other
They're
guy.
just as likely to fight with each other as they are with the other team.
Howard, this is living proof that if you ever want to watch an NBA game, there's really no reason to watch until there's 5 minutes left in the game.
That's right. Somebody said to me, I'm only watching the last quarter.
It's so unnecessary because it goes back and forth, and they all come down to the last 5 minutes.
You actually lost me in this conversation because I started staring at John, and I was trying to wonder why, if we go to a movie screening and the whole theater's empty, he's got to sit right next to me.
He told me to.
He loves me.
You said sit right here.
I didn't say that.
You said
Now you're dreaming.
Now you're here.
Sit down. You're out of your mind.
I could have sworn you.
And then I told Robin to sit down.
You said sit down. You didn't mean next to you.
I meant sit down. I don't mean next to me.
Put your hand on your chair. You said sit down. I swear to God.
Now you're hallucinating.
I think you're hallucinating.
I think you're gay.
I wondered why everybody was in the back row.
Love you.
I sat in the back row.
And then I said hello to you.
Back there, but John's saying sit right
No,
here.
I shook your hand hello. You said here, sit down. And you put your hand on your chair.
No.
Oh, Howard.
It was like have a seat.
I meant have a seat.
No,
relax.
Put your hand on the chair.
My hand's on the chicken. That's why I keep my hands.
He was trying to keep you from sitting.
I believe you.
Whatever.
What would you do if you didn't have this radio show? You'd just have to be tormented all day by the fact that this guy sat next to you. It'd drive you nuts.
Right.
At least you could vent.
I didn't even talk to you. I didn't do anything. I just sat and watched the movie.
It bothered me.
It really did.
No.
You could see it.
What bothered you was that Vinny was in front of you and his watch was glaring in your eyes.
That bothered me, too.
His watch?
No, Vinny has a cell phone or a watch. I think it was a cell phone. It was in his pocket.
He said it was his watch.
It wasn't. It was his cell phone. And you know how cell phones, sometimes when they're on, they have a beeping light?
Right.
Like a bleeping light or whatever you want to call it. And out of Vinny's pocket, there's lights going, and right between the crack in the seats, the lights going off and on in my eyes.
Right, while you're trying to watch a movie with a strobe effect.
So I go, Vinny, can you turn off your phone and all your electronic gear? He must have radiated balls, this guy. He's got watches. He's got MP3s. She says he walks in with he's like Batman with a utility belt.
I'm telling you, because he hit something on the button on the watch when you said, "What is that?" And it lit up the whole place.
Yeah. I mean, Vinny is a fat guy, never exercises. He went to Gary's gym, Vinny.
Yeah.
And the guy put him through the lightest possible workout, and Vinny was crushed.
He was in the hospital.
Yeah.
You know what my trainer said when I went back the next time? I said, I told him what happened on the end. He goes, Vinny, good guy. He goes, Vinny ain't going to be around for long. You should like him now.
Vinny's not going to be around.
He goes, Vinny, 10 years? You ain't going to see Vinny.
He's never
Really? Vinny's a heart attack?
Well, if he...
I know, but didn't we say that about Leslie West, and he's still alive?
How? You wonder how.
Yeah,
That's a miracle.
Right. He's a freak of nature.
Well, I don't know. There's like a lot of guys, like Dominic. How old is Dominic now?
50? Is
No,
Dominic 50?
Dominic's
46?
only 30.
60?
You don't know.
But Dominic's in his 50s, and he's still alive. Vinny's in better shape than Dominic.
I mean, Vinny's actually pretty agile for a guy his size.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your trainer's like a little off on that, because you'd be surprised a lot of these fat guys live. Look at Oprah.
I think all trainers say that. I think
Fat guy.
I think all trainers say fat people are going to be dead soon.
Yeah, I know.
That's
They want you to
keep
believe that.
Fair, huh?
Right.
But my friend went to the doctor.
I'm going to have a heart attack running.
My friend went to the doctor.
Yeah.
You'll die.
And the doctor told, this is like 3 months ago, the doctor told him, you're going to die.
Right.
So he just lost 26 pounds.
Who's this?
It's a friend of mine.
Yeah, the doctor told me that, too. Robin, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he did.
I was getting pneumonia every weekend.
Well, it looked like you were going to die.
I was
You were
dying.
Sick.
Yeah, I mean, I had the pressure of my job, pressure of a new family with kids, that kind of thing. I was eating horribly. I was 245 pounds, which for me is huge.
But do you really think
And
you
in
were
between
going to...
the food, he ate antibiotics.
Yeah, I mean, I was on antibiotics all the time. The doctor said to me, you have pneumonia every weekend. It's getting to the point we can't even stop the pneumonia. So you got to, get into shape. And that's when I started eating all freaking good. Up until then, I used to eat like crap.
But remember, you had to go to Aruba even to get rid of it.
Yeah, they had to send me somewhere. I was like a guy with TB. You know what I mean? I was a mess.
Did you really think you were going to die, though? I mean,
I knew I was sick all the time, and I was tired of
I
it.
had no resistance to anything.
Right, nothing. Because I ate so poorly. Literally.
And you didn't
I can't
move.
believe...
Yeah, and I didn't exercise or anything.
I can't believe that you could have ever been that guy. I've watched you for 16 years.
That's Robin what I would eat.
I remember once, I was staying over at Howard's house, and we're making up a sofa bed for me to sleep on. And I said, Howard, you have to exercise. He goes, I'm too tired.
I didn't even get the concept of exercise. So before you met me just when I had the conversion. And I went to the baked potatoes,
Because I remember that...
and I embraced it.
I would eat junk, and you would, and it would seem weird because you were so, dedicated to that diet.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while you would go, let me take a look at that piece of cake. I say, bring it over here.
Right.
And I'd show it to you, and you go, all right, thanks. And
And all you do is look at it.
Man, just look at it. Just take a look at it. Smell it like a dog.
What are you eating again? Let me take a look at that.
Yeah.
I hate that. I joined up just after that. You guys talked about I always have 5 pizzas a day.
Right.
Oh, God. When we would be on the air, Jackie, Robin and I would have, first we'd order in Chinese food, eat it during the show, like on the air.
Yeah, in the morning.
Pizzas, go home. I mean, spaghetti.
The day I showed up, you found God.
And then we had,
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake guy as a sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
We had Baby Watson, and sometimes they wouldn't deliver silverware. We would just dig our hands into the Baby Watson cheesecake and gouge it and eat
You
it.
talked about boxes and boxes of was it
Food was
chicken
all
and-
over the studio.
Because, I'll tell you how out of it I was. I used to think that if I ate a lot, I would
be
get
healthy.
big.
Yeah.
Like
you
a
mean
football player. Not realizing you get fat.
You were getting big.
Yeah, my body concept is so warped, and I was getting big all right.
Is it really true? You told the story before, and I always wonder. You said that you used to wear a parka, and that your ass was tight. The parka was tight around your ass,
Yes.
which is near impossible.
Right, it was. In fact, Robin would walk behind me and go, "Oh my God!"
Was it that bad, Robin?
Swish, 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 because it was fluffy.
And by the way, not to offend Robin, but she was no lightweight either.
Yeah,
right.
But
I was
I
worse.
started laughing at him, and then I went, wait a minute, what am I laughing at?
Yeah,
You were 2 very big people when I met you.
yeah, we were big.
Oh,
You were so skinny when I met you.
Yeah, well, I dropped the weight.
Yeah.
I just went way into working
Oh,
out.
he went way overboard with the working out even. He was always hurting himself then.
Yeah,
Pulling everything.
yeah. I didn't care. I was going to get thin.
You're
And he stayed in the gym no matter what. Injury.
Right.
But I'll tell people this, if you get sick a lot of colds and stuff like that, and you're always sick and you're antibiotics and all that, stop all the antibiotics and go on a real healthy diet. And when a healthy diet, I mean
Strict.
strict, all natural.
Nothing that comes out of a package. Everything with stems, and you got to pull them off.
Right, and you don't get, Last night I ate steamed broccoli and vegetables. And
you call me?
Yeah, it was a real party. Although I polished off 2 bottles of wine with it.
Oh,
yeah.
They say that's good for your heart.
It's good for you.
That came out of the ground, too.
I was thirsty.
It's natural.
I mean, I had to drink something. I was flying.
2 bottles of wine?
That's great.
I'm sure you shared them with somebody.
Yeah, I shared them with a couple of people.
So that means you had 1 bottle of wine, which is still...
Yeah, I was hitting those
great.
sauce.
Look, he's building up a tolerance.
Yeah, I mean, I got to drink.
He's in training.
Drinking is good.
Just do an IV drip.
Tom, what is it?
Hey, guess what?
What?
Yesterday I was at lunch at Ranch 1, and I saw Baba Booey stuffing his face with chili tacos and cheese fries.
True,
That's
false?
not you.
Not true. Not Baba Booey.
Yeah, you were Baba Booey.
That's not true.
You liar.
That's the guy that says that every celebrity is smoking a doobie every day.
In fact, I didn't even eat lunch yesterday.
Yeah, right.
So Gary's not smoking a doobie. He's packing in.
No, you're on a sort of a diet, right?
Yeah, I mean...
No, but you got to see Gary Howard. Every once in a while, like, you see him go by the candy tray and grab some chocolate.
Yeah.
He loves chocolate.
That addiction.
So what? He looks pretty good, though.
But I got rid of a lot of the other stuff that I was eating that was really bad. You know, no big bowls of ice cream before dinner. I mean, before sleep.
So your trainer said Vinny's going to die. Oh, so getting back to Vinny. So Vinny shows up at this movie screening, and Vinny, so Vinny doesn't exercise. Vinny's overweight. He looks like a round beach ball. He's a little tiny guy, looks like he's perfectly round.
He's got no neck.
He's got no neck, and he's round. He's literally round. He looks like a Danny DeVito as the Penguin. Right? I mean, he does.
Only with a nicer face,
Well,
no, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either.
He's got a big head.
Yeah. So anyway, and he's got a Mo haircut.
You got to stare looking for good points.
Right. And then Vinny walks in, and he's got all this gear with him, because you can see he's like a total nerd.
Right.
He's got like MP3. Here's what he had yesterday. Had the watch that glows in the dark, which is nerd personified. All right, you try to look a little cool.
Why does your watch have to have a light?
He has a phone in his pocket, which lights up. All right, so in the movie, it's lighting up all over the place. He has his MP3 that holds 80 hours of music, headphones.
That's right.
It's like Batman.
How does he get out of the house?
Yeah, and then he had some other gear, which I don't even know what it was. I think he has a beeper. Not a beeper, but one of those things you can do your email right there.
Like
probably had a Palm 7 or something like that.
Yeah, like a Palm 7. He's like got a utility
I
belt.
couldn't believe it, because in the middle of the movie, Howard has to say, Vinny, what is that light?
Yeah, turn off your gear.
Turn something off.
Yeah, turn something. You're lighting up. He's like all lit up like a Christmas tree.
He finally moved, though, because we all thought he left.
Yeah, well, Vinny moved his chair.
He got out of your way.
Why did he move his chair?
I think because you said something, because I thought he left.
Well, Vinny's...
First, Howard just asked what the light was, and Vinny gave him some explanation, and then lit up the whole studio pushing a button. And then... Howard said, Vinny, could you kill the light?
Mitch is the other CBS executive. He's such a nice guy. No gadgets.
Never have to say anything to Mitch.
I'm surprised that you're complaining about Vinny, and it's not because he talked through the whole movie.
Oh, that's another thing. He talked a lot.
I couldn't hear him.
He was moaning and pissing and moaning. And one of his gadgets was making the other gadget light up. Like, some of his gadgets were affecting other gadgets. Yeah, right.
They can. They can.
I know. They're in synchronicity. I mean, with every step, Vinny opens up like 5 garage doors. It's just like,
He's going to be irritating no matter what.
Yeah, Vinny's always like, look at me. He's got that look at me thing going on.
Gotta notice it.
Gotta notice Vinny.
You know what the other funny thing about Vinny is? Vinny's got, I think, a 12-year-old son.
Yeah.
So they hang out together. They're like buddies. You know what I mean?
Like not dad and son, it's a buddy.
Vinny shows them all his gadgets, and then all they do is they sit around and watch everything on the WB.
Right.
Like, they sit down together.
Who's this?
This is Vinny and his son.
Really?
They watch Felicity.
Why don't they exercise?
They watch all these shows together. And Vinny's like, my son and I last night, we're talking about Buffy's Hot, and we're going to watch, what's that one with the chick from...
Vinny, the best friend.
What's Shannon Doherty? Which
I don't want to touch Charmed.
Charmed, they watch them all. He goes, WB's like his channel.
It's a good dad. Still,
CBS.
Don't move and eat.
Right.
Watch TV.
Wow.
And then he turns to me and he goes, what is it with Tom Cruise? I said, he's good looking.
Oh, man. Is that what Vinny said?
Yeah. What is it with Tom?
He looks the opposite from you, Vinny.
He's a good looking guy.
He's handsome.
You're negative.
Uh-oh. Vinny Favali. Vinny.
You guys must be hurting from this.
Not with you around.
You make me sound like I'm Schneider from One Day at a Time.
You had so much gear. What was that lighting up during the movie?
It was a phone.
phone. You have a phone that lights up.
No, it's also
No
his
one
watch
does.
now.
No, your phone has a constant beep of a light, like a beacon drawing me in. And it was in his own pocket, and he's got his MP3s, and he's got his
I know. I gotta lose that.
Glow-in-the-dark watch.
glow-in-the-dark watch.
He's a hippie.
Yeah, he's like a spy. He's got gadgets.
Yeah, he's like James Bond, a fat James Bond.
Guys, I'm not fat.
Because even in like Mission Impossible 2, the guy always has gadgets to open. You don't even know where he carries it because he always looks cool. But Vinny could actually be Mission Impossible 2.
Unfortunately, you see all of Vinny's work stuff.
Yeah, but Vinny's got like computers and he's got them all attached to his pants.
His car has machine guns.
I mean, it's like Vinny. It's all useless stuff. It's like he's in communication with God knows who.
But guys, I'm not obese.
Do you wait to see
I'm
if
not
anything
obese.
has a light on it before you buy it?
Vinny, what happened? I heard from Gary that you gave me the whole wrong story. When you went to the gym to work out,
Right.
the trainer gave you like the lightest workout humanly possible.
That's not true. I did everything Gary did, maybe a few pounds.
No, we all
less.
did.
I heard you walked on the treadmill at like level 1.
I think the treadmill walked me.
What was the treadmill at?
The treadmill was 3.6. I think he walked for 8 minutes. And the weight he worked out with, we did the same exact exercise.
Right.
That is true. But I was using 25-pound weights, and Vinny was using 8s.
No, it wasn't that way.
There was. I asked. Oh, sorry, Vinny.
Gary, curling or...
Vinny, your MP3 weighs it.
I was self-conscious because I didn't.
Oh, you got to hear this about Vinny at the gym.
Oh,
Wait, I got to set this. You heard this?
Yeah, I was there.
Jackie, do you know this?
I don't think
All
so.
right, this is amazing. This is amazing. Go ahead, you tell it,
Let me
Gary.
tell it, please.
All right.
So Vinny's coming to the gym. Vinny, you're going to love this. So Vinny's coming to the gym, and he's really psyched. So this dressing room's there.
Yeah.
I go into my dressing room. Vinny goes into his dressing
Vinny's
room.
never worked out before.
He doesn't know about dressing.
Vinny's got his little gym bag. Vinny comes out, and he's got a T-shirt that's a little long, and he's sort of pulling it down, almost like a girl with a nightshirt. And he comes over and he goes, "Listen, I forgot my shorts." So I said, "Well, what are you wearing?" And he goes, "I'm wearing my underwear." And Vinny, the funny thing is, Vinny wears those black, like Calvin Klein, like bicycle underwear.
Like the long leg shorts.
No, he's so sexy.
So I go,
no.
they sort of look like they could pass. And at that point, my trainer's wife walks by, and she goes, "Wow, those are interesting shorts."
So he was working out in his underwear?
Vinny was working out in his underwear.
Howard said he would have just gone home.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have shorts. I would have said this.
Or goes where and buys them.
It's like working out with black socks on.
Even more look at me stuff.
Every gadget under the sun, but no shorts.
I forgot my pants.
Where's your gadgets? Don't they produce shorts? Couldn't you get on one of your gadgets and call for shorts?
I am not fat, though. You got to clear that.
On the treadmill, you realize Vinny was walking at the speed you walk down the aisle at a wedding. This is not a big walk.
Wedding march was playing.
And Vinny says to me the next day, because I see him at Tavern on the Green, and he goes, because they had the CBS party there, and Vinny goes to me, "Oh, my legs are so sore. Everywhere I'm aching." And I'm like, "Vinny, what'd you do?" "Oh, my God, the guy put me through a routine, that like it's an advanced grueling routine." And I was like, "Oh, my God, that's so wrong, Vinny. They should keep you in the game."
And you came out screaming at Gary. Your trainer said
And
nothing.
Gary called me aside, and he goes, "Howard, we had 3-pound weights. Vinny did nothing."
No, they were 8s. And Vinny, I understand that you haven't
Christopher Reeve does this routine.
you haven't done something in a while, so you're going to be in pain. But I didn't think you'd be in that much pain. I really didn't think. Did you look like he looked like he was doing
Has he
good.
worked
Like
out since?
You know what? That's the other thing, Howard.
Have you been back to the gym, Vinny?
No way.
Well, you know what the other funny thing was?
No way.
I asked Vinny the next day. I said, so what do you think? And he goes, well, first of all, Vinny started using the money thing, which I thought sort of weird because I think he does okay. Because I don't know, we just bought a new car.
$6,000 a year.
How much?
I mean, you did the math. I think it was like $6,000 a year.
I don't know whether that's quite that much. But Vinny's like, we just bought a new car and everything. And then he goes, and they want you to like eat right and stuff. You gotta like diet and stuff.
Yeah, who needs to do
Not
that?
only do you have to pay the money.
I think Vinny's idea of exercising is downloading.
Because you know what the deal is? I knew this was going to be tough for Vinny. You have my trainer makes you keep when you first start. He makes you keep a food diary, and you have to get.
Oh my God! You bet your diary. You're going to need a tablet.
That'll be bigger than the 8-pound weight.
Right.
It'll be exercise carrying that.
Vinny, what did you eat so far today?
Everything got up. Do your break.
What are you going to have for breakfast?
Probably some Entenmann's and a cup of coffee.
Some Entenmann's.
Some pastries.
Pancakes and roast beef.
He's going to have a donut while he decides what to eat.
I have a high metabolism.
How much Entenmann's do
He
you
has
eat?
a high metabolism.
I love
low
Entenmann's.
fat. It's the low fat.
I love low fat. Why don't you say so?
Please.
You can have a whole box now.
Why not eat the real
box
thing if
of
you're going to eat
low-fat.
that?
Don't you just need a piece of dry toast?
That's so boring. With
Yeah,
butter.
so what? But don't you want to like?
No butter.
I don't know. Hey, Vin.
Toast is good.
Gary's trainer says you're going to be dead in 10 years.
Oh, stop it. He's crazy.
Hey, that's a good 10
He's probably
years
gonna kill
for
me.
Vinny.
It's a good. That's 10 more than Vinny thought he had.
It's a lot of eating.
Yeah. All right, Vin.
Take care, guys.
Later.
Bye.
That's Vinny Favale, who's got a utility belt like Batman. Vinny's probably on the bus with a picnic basket.
We were just talking about Vinny yesterday, and he really does have the longest, strangest title. Somebody was trying to describe him. Vinny's Vice President of Late Night Programming, East Coast, CBS.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So he's an intern.
Yeah, exactly. He's an intern.
He gets coffee.
Somebody goes, wouldn't that be just like Letterman and Howard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Letterman show. He works on the Letterman show.
No, but there are guys who are charge a whole late night whole.
Oh, but Vinny,
Yeah, there's a
but he's
lot of
good.
programming
Why don't
at
they give
prime
Vinny-
time.
He's loved it.
why don't they give Vinny some more responsibility?
Well, because he's in New York. What can he do? It's you and
Die
Letterman.
soon. Why would he?
I mean, there must be something else.
What about
to
like
do
the
in New
Today
York.
Show?
The soap opera, the early show, Howard.
Yeah, whatever, something.
Yeah,
Give him
there's
something
other
to do.
local programming.
Late night. There's only one late night.
So you mean there's a whole other guy for Vinny that does like early mornings?
Yeah.
Sure.
And there's a whole guy on the West Coast that probably does late night West Coast, which is that other idiot show.
Craig Kilborn.
Yeah, Craig Kilborn.
Is that us?
Well, that's no, that's CBS. Yeah.
Yeah, CBS.
So that's one
Wait,
show
that's
too.
not even Vinny's job.
Somebody's telling me that show's pretty good, Craig Kilborn. I never get to see it.
It's awfully late at night
Is it?
for us.
I've heard mixed reviews.
Really?
There's one intern here who loves it.
Yeah, I've heard some good things. I've heard people say nice
The
things
rap
about
on
it.
him that most people who don't like it say that he's very smug and very arrogant. But
Yeah, I've watched it a
But
couple
that was
times.
his whole shtick on the Daily
Yeah.
Show.
I watched it a couple times in the beginning. I thought it was like very, again, Letterman-esque.
right.
And like, hey man, everything I say, I'll make fun of. So even if I'm not funny, you can't make fun of me. Kind of attitude.
I've done it first.
Yeah, like I never commit and say something's funny. I always I'm self-effacing to the point that nothing, you can't make fun of me. That's
Well,
what
maybe
he's
settled
doing.
into a groove.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, like nothing is intended to be funny.
That's
so
what
if you
Dave
find
Letterman
something,
does.
Yeah, right.
it's just
In
gravy.
fact, I'm making it not funny so I can goof on me
No
Right.
commitment.
and
Yeah.
pretend that's funny.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what that's what the vibe I got from him.
I've never
It's
seen.
like, hey man, I'm not going to commit and be funny.
What's the deal on that show? It's like he comes out like Letterman and he does a monologue and then he.
Yeah, and then he sits at the desk and does a monologue
interviews.
and does bits, and it's just what are they going to? They do something different. I don't know. Think of something.
Talks to the crew.
Yeah, right. A little patter. All right, I got to take a break. We haven't even taken our first break. Let's take our first break. We'll come back. We got tons of stuff to do today. In fact, I'm already behind. All right, where was I? All right, let's go to Anthony then. Hello, Anthony. Yes, Anthony.
Hello.
Yes.
Howard?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. John, do you tell people to turn off their radios, or they're going? You explain that they're going to get confused. I'm sure you do it in that half-ass way you talk. Turn down your radio.
Make sure that
Somebody tape him instructing the listeners because it never goes well.
Tape for Brooks.
You got to go. Listen. Howard's going to come on. It would be very confusing to listen to your radio. You won't be able to hear him.
Or does he tell them to listen?
What did John tell you when you called in?
He just told me to hold on.
That's it, right? Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
hold on, don't bother turning down your radio.
Can you put a script in front of John?
Like one
like
of
a
those
telemarketer,
telemarketers.
right?
It's too much work. It's too much work. I mean, the guy's got the easiest job here. He's got to answer the phone for me. It's the cushiest job in broadcast history. Stupid. What did I tell you to tell the listeners?
People get it right. This moron doesn't get it right, so it's my fault.
No, the last two callers didn't get it right.
Howard, they all know they're good. I say they tell me this, or I say, and then I say, okay, hold on.
Hold on. What are you supposed to say after you say hold on? Well, before you say
They
hold
said
on.
they go, I want to ask Howard, and I said,
Right.
all right, hold on. So I mean, I would assume he knows that it's going to be you next, but all right.
No,
Why
sir.
would you assume anything?
John, what did I tell you? You got to instruct.
No, I will-
How many times? What, I got to keep telling you the same thing over again?
I'll say to him.
What are you going to say? Let's hear.
Howard's
going
going
to
to pick
Hello,
up next.
I would like to speak to Howard.
Okay, what would you like to speak to Howard about?
I'd like to speak about I moved my bowels on the floor.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know, that's a little risque, but...
All right. All right, whatever. Yeah, but what are you going to tell me?
I would say, all right, well,
Is it that it's hard for you to talk? That's why you don't talk?
no, but, that subject matter, I would be...
All right, I'm Andy. Okay, John.
Okay.
I'm Andy Richter's wife. I want to get on the air.
Okay, Mrs. Richter, I'm going to put you on hold. Howard will pick you up next.
That's it?
See?
You are retarded.
What do you mean?
It's a script.
What do you mean?
What did I just say for them to tell them? To lower the radio because it'll be confusing.
I got you.
I got you.
I'm a little nervous.
I used to do that.
No, okay.
That's not called nervous.
Nervous. It's stupid.
Now, Howard, the guy didn't have his radio on.
Yeah, but
How do you know?
No, a lot of times I do tell him turn off your
all right,
radio.
now you be the
Don't
caller. I'm
curse.
going to show you how to do it.
I can do all
No.
this.
You be the caller.
Yeah.
You do all this, but you don't even know what I'm talking about.
I know. I had a little brain lapse.
Yeah, okay. Call into the show.
Since 1988.
Hello. I'd like to speak to Howard.
What would you like to talk about?
I saw Jackie the Joke Man show, and it was really sucked.
Okay. You're going to go on. I'm going to put you on hold. I don't know when Howard will pick up. The next voice you hear will be Howard's. I suggest that you turn off your radio completely. If you get on the air with Howard and your radio is on, you're going to hear yourself play back, and it's going to be confusing, and Howard's going to hang up on you. So keep your radio off, and remember the next voice you hear will be Howard's. That's it.
That was perfect, Howard.
Then you're done.
You could have handled that.
I gotta remember all that.
No, it isn't that. You know what, Howard? I do that, but then, like, at some point, I assume that people already know that. So
How would they know
I'm
that?
not talking to the same
I should assume, but
person.
also
You're talking to different people.
I'm trying to get a lot of people on. You know,
So do it quickly.
Yeah, well, I know that's the whole thing.
Or what you do is you put them on hold, and then maybe you go back during the commercial and remind them. Get on top of your game. Treat your job like it's real.
I'm trying to get some good calls out, my friend.
No, the good calls come in. All you got to do is instruct them how to get on.
What good is a
You got
call
it.
when the caller's going,
I didn't think this.
hello?
I thought this guy was going to do. I didn't know. I didn't know he would have his radio.
You could even go as far as to say Howard might even sound different on the phone. That it's a different experience.
All
right?
I'm just trying to go fast. That's a lot to say.
But it's no good to me.
It's a lot for him to say.
Right. All right, let's try it again. Hi.
Hey, Howard, how you doing? It's Anthony.
No,
Oh, no, not you, Anthony.
Playing with John.
Hold on, Anthony.
Okay.
Hello, is this the Howard Stern Show?
Yes, it is. What did you want?
How do you answer the phone? You should answer.
Hi. What do you want to speak to Howard about?
Okay. I would like to speak to Howard about the fact that my wife is having sex with 87 men right now.
Right now, as we speak?
Yes.
Okay, please turn your radio down. Please do not use profanity on the air. I'm going to put you on hold. The next person who'll pick up will probably be Howard.
That was horrible.
And if it is him...
Why am I
his
turning
voice-
my radio down?
I'm not done.
All right, get out of here. Get
I'm
out.
not done.
Get
You
out.
want me
Get out.
finished?
No, I'm done. I'm done. I don't care if you're done. Get out.
You got to write a
I'll write a speech for you. All right, leave. And don't sit next to me at screenings. All right, goodbye. Even if I tell you to.
All of a sudden, answering the phone became the most difficult thing.
Yeah, because he turns everything into something difficult.
What?
Bye. Sell.
After a while, I assume.
I assume.
Like they're the same people all the time.
I assume.
I assume that after a while, total strangers would pick up on this.
Yeah. Why would you assume that they know what to do?
And they've never called before.
Yeah, but I take a lot of calls.
I take a lot of calls. And I'm here every day. Where are they?
I know what to do.